Okay, I've got a suggestion. It's a new suggestion. It's about cybercrimes. It's something we haven't thought about. Cybercrimes hurt the world. They're war crimes, and war crimes against the world can affect everyone. They can affect small countries, big countries, rich countries, and even poor countries. And that's the reason why I think that it's too political for us to be trading detainees for cybercrimes. I think we need to start realizing that there should be a world tribunal for cybercrimes. People who push stuff like making the fake promises of something happen here that cause a whole tribe or village to be murdered, or these people over here that have stolen $1 million from Czechoslovakia, or these people here who did this, or these people over here. And when we get them to those prisons and they get, charged for world crimes, we will just use their punishment of them to monitor our World Wide Web. I think that it's a good trade off. The people that are doing the crimes are doing cyber crimes. A lot of those crimes don't have any violence in them. They're not intended for harm. Those types of people don't need to go to another person's country. They're war criminals. They're committing acts of war against other people's countries without the knowledge of the leadership of the country. And so, as far as the war crimes go, it should go into a war crimes tribunal. If our people here were to attack the infrastructure of, say, Thailand, right? And were to hold them ransom because Americans are just like every other human. They want money, right? They want money. And so we need to have those people put into a place, and they can't be going back and forth between countries. Because if I was the leader of a country and I said, okay, I want your people to come over here, I don't care what I do to them. I want to know how they got on my computer. Because I want to do it to them, and I want to know all about their computers. And now we're just doing cyber espionage against each other. Now we're just taking criminals over. We're debriefing them in order to hurt people. And then it just escalates out of control. And then eventually you guys can't control your computers, so you put yourself out of control of your computers, and you can't get into the computers, and the kids lock you out of the computers, and they lock you out of your governments. Then they lock you out of your weapons, and then they put you to sleep. Because that's the big going trend right now. The old people need to go. Okay, they don't like you. I'm seeing it more and more. So, I mean, if you want to go back and forth with all these people who are war criminals that are doing terrible things to countries, go ahead. But I don't think it's just a cyber attack. If somebody attacks India and shuts down their water in the middle of a drought at 110 degrees and people start dying, I think that's a war crime. I think it'd be a war crime if somebody got into the reserve up in the Mekong Basin and shut down the water and then backlogged it so their hydroelectric jams jammed up and they fucking blew up. I think it'd be an act of world terror if somebody were to attack Britain or Germany and cause their gas lines to overfill and cause the pressures to rise so it filled people's homes at night. So that way they would explode and whole neighborhoods would go up and churches would explode and they would not be able to fight the fire and we would see huge fires. These are things that cyber criminals can do. And when cyber criminals get caught, they're very valuable. Cyber criminals are not rare. We need to create a division designed to take those people, incarcerate them, monitor them, and use them to monitor others. And then when we can put them together to monitor them all, then we'll start making sure that we go out from that point. But we are not going to trade prisoners. The same prisoners you want to trade are the same prisoners that want to do it again. And they need to be monitored by the world. But they need to be monitored by France, Libya, Macedonia, Greece, Africa, Indonesia. They need to be put in a place where they can be looked at and watched. God bless God. You guys are up against a wall. And you have a deadline.